I guess. Namaste everyone, Happy New Year and welcome back. It's just pretty cold, nice weather out there and everybody is sloppily lazy these days. So I thought why not I talk about the sloppily lazy feeling a little bit. Nah, kidding. This video is all about being consistent, having goals and resolutions, and I kid you not, I believe by this time, which is somewhere around 15th, 18th, most of us have let go of our New Year resolutions per se. And when some of you might be consistent and amazing and thriving, I wish you all the best and I send you love. But for those of you who are like me, who cannot always be consistent on ideas that they thought they wanted to go through but had a change of heart, decided it's not working, or just are lazily trying to avoid it and pushing it away, this video is for all of us. Okay, one thing that I need to tell you really quickly is that, you know what, sometimes people do change their mind and that's all right. Maybe the thing you thought could work for this year beforehand did not work out. So that thing given, here are some tips and tricks on understanding how to achieve something that you decided and work through it throughout the goal. So the first and the most important thing is, one, realizing if the goal that you set is measurable, realistic, all of the SMART goals thing. And until unless it's not, you're not going to be able to achieve it. Imagine I say that, I want to grow as a person. In what aspect? In what parts? In which phases? If I say I want to grow in a sense of the amount of wisdom that I have, that means I will have to read up on it. So I can set a goal of not an abstract idea, but giving it nicks and bits and pieces, like taking out 20 minutes to read something different every day, or spending 30 minutes on building myself, trying to pick up new courses online, all of that. Number two is realizing that sometimes when we set goals, we set it wherein it is achievable by only the best version of ourselves, and we're not always that. We're human, sometimes we're lax, sometimes we just can't push all over. And it's general human tendency to overestimate themselves. So maybe give yourself a little space in that scenario wherein you account for the best days, but also make a marking on days that you're not just feeling your best. So here's a tip, trick, whatever you want to call it, that I read through and built and collaborated and combined up for you. So the first thing you need to do is write the main chunks of your goal. So it could be a personal goal, it could be a financial goal, it could be a professional goal, it could be a study goal, whatever. Give yourself one statement that says that this is what I want to do. Step number two is give it a measurable scale. So as in the previous example I said, it would mean me spending at least 20 minutes every day reading something. So I would have to write that down, give it a system, give it a measurable plan, give it something statistical that I can mark on and that I can make myself accountable for. So we write the main goal, the accountable part of the goal, and then we write, today maybe this is the best version of me that is able to show up. I will be producing, let's say, 2 hours of me dedicating into learning something different, or me picking out on a course, or me just randomly picking up the best book around and start reading it and making points and applying it and this and that. Also, just reading and making points is not going to help you. If you are really wanting to learn something, make sure you make two side notes on a paper sheet. Don't spoil books, please don't spoil books. On little sheets, and knowing how you can apply things that you're learning into your real life. So we make a chart wherein we write the main goal, we write the accountability goal, we write this is what the best version of me is going to do. So if my best version can pull out 2 hours of study every day, I'm going to write that. But what on the days that I'm not feeling my best? Where is consistency? Where is the fact that I need to show up? That's when you write, what if I am at my worst version today? What if I'm just not wanting to get out of bed? What if today is like a very slacky day, or I'm having some emotional trauma inside of me? That's when you give yourself compulsions. The time that you say that, irrespective of whatever, I am gonna put out 3 pieces of content every week or 2 pieces of content every week on my social media. When I decided that, because I wanted to be more open, when I wanted to be more authentic on my media platform. So for me, it was producing alternate day of content for my Instagram, and on my worst phases, it would be about 2 to 3 pieces of content on my Instagram, irrespective of whatever. That was the goal, and I think I'm pretty much living up to it. See, you have to give yourself some space. Even in the hustle culture where you're always supposed to be this, where you're supposed to be performing, where there's too much pressure coming from the outside, and when you don't give yourself the space to experiment, to want to accept change, to be able to mold yourself according to situations, you can't do it. You can't just achieve big goals like that. So you kind of got the idea of the table: the main goal, the workable part, the best version part, and the worst version of you part. The worst version of you come non-negotiable. So irrespective of the most shittiest day you have, let's say you have decided that I'm going to wake up and I'm going to do 10 minutes of something for my body every day, 10 minutes of something for my mind every day, and 10 minutes of something for my soul every day. That's 30 minutes. And if you guys want to come up and tell me, Shruti, I cannot spend 30 minutes on myself, I'm sorry. I don't believe you, but I'm still sorry for you. See, this is what I'm doing. I'm trying to be more authentic on every platform so I can connect to people and they can see me as me. I am showing up in different aspects, in different spaces. And that is what I want to share. It's the little messages that count. So another thing, which is literally the second part of the video, is what I'm doing this year, because I cannot be mean and I can use you guys as my accountability partner, because that's one of the best things that you can do for big goals. So I have 3 bigger goals, because this year kind of feels like a filler year for me. So what do you do when you're stuck between point A and point B and you know that this is the time frame that it is going to take? Either you can wallow around or you can build something in that time, right? It's like I have 2 hours free and I don't know what am I supposed to do. So there are 3 major goals that I really need to achieve this year. 1, keeping calm and trying to achieve balance irrespective of whatever is happening, which is one of the most difficult things that I ever have to do. Managing a physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, work, everything balanced around. And I know it's not gonna happen 100% any time of the day, but I decided homeostasis to be the theme in Diwali. So until the next Diwali, I'm hoping I could be at least 40% better. Actually 45 to 50, but giving myself that space to be at least 40-50% better than I was last year before Diwali, when keeping calm and balancing stuff and organizing myself. I'm an organizing freak, if you do not already know that. Coming to the point. The second thing was working on Atman, wherein I wanted to spread the word. I wanted to create a beautiful community where everyone is, just reaching out to each other. We're growing knowledge, we're going nice, we're appreciating people, we're being beautiful people, growing together, learning so much. And I'm realizing I have this desperate sense of need of community right now, because believe it or not, when you're someone who has goals and you're someone who really wants to work out and build something, you're not gonna be able to connect to like millions of people. And maybe you might not be friends with a lot of people, you might not be able to be there in a lot of situations. So having a community is like an emotional net for you, wherein you're not just bonding with people, but you're also growing with them together. And just appreciating people once in a while is a very beautiful habit. Go on, meet a stranger and just tell them, hey, I really like your hair today. Oh, the way you smile is very pretty. How difficult is that? Please, you can make a stranger's day. And the general lack of appreciation just hits me very huge. So that. And goal number 3 is building my wisdom bucket. I want to read more, I want to study more, I want to learn more. I always want to learn more. So here are a few things that I decided I'm gonna do irrespective of my best or worst days. 1, spending at least 10 minutes doing breath work, because that's something I'm really, really passionate about this year. And then trying to move yoga on the best ones. Number 2 is building up a social media community, because that's where I'm moving ahead with, and then an offline community when COVID and everything settles down. So reaching out to people, being more friendlier, trying to make contacts, making balance and all of that. And number 3 is reading up every single day. 20 minutes of reading and learning something new every single day, irrespective of how shitty I am feeling or how stupid I'm feeling. And when I say that I'm having a very, very bad day and I really, really want to learn something, I will pick up a series and I will start analyzing the characters and start facing how human characters can act in different situations, because being a psych person is really, really helpful. So here was my tidbit about what I'm gonna do. I would really, really appreciate if you guys would come in and share what you guys want to do. If you want to know some multiple projects that are gonna come up with Atman and collaborations and all of that, there's a podcast, there's my YouTube that I'm gonna be more consistent on, and obviously there's my sweet Instagram community, which is growing into a very, very beautiful safe space. So sharing you all of the love and beautiful, beautiful things. Have a great year. Make goals, start facing your fears, build up your foundations, and have a beautiful, beautiful life built right out for you, so that the future you can thank you right now.